Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Let's jump right into this article here on Cointelegraph.com, and it's titled, Bank of England has no tech skills to issue CBDC. This is from their deputy governor. They have no tech skills to issue a CBDC. What does that tell you about how they're going to need the bank coins, right? Let's scroll down here and read this little tidbit. Bank of England Deputy Governor John Cunliffe compared a potential digital pound with Apple's iPhone App Store as it could open a new frontier. That stuff we know. We could open a new frontier for them. We don't really need them. They definitely need us. But let's read this little tidbit. I'm going to let him tell you. According to a deputy governor, the United Kingdom is not ready to issue a central bank digital currency just yet, as the Bank of England doesn't have enough expertise. None of them do. They told everyone this themselves. The Bank of International Settlements made that very clear. They said, hey, let's keep a close partnership with the fintechs, with the bank coin companies, with the private sector. Why? Because they understood that, first of all, the staff that they have would be overwhelmed. They said that as well. So that means they're going to need the bank coins, the bank coin companies, the infrastructures, digital sandboxes, pretty much everything. Let's continue on here. It says, there is more than 50% chance that the Central Bank of the United Kingdom would issue a CBDC, but the regulator doesn't have the technical skills to issue a digital currency yet. Cunliffe said the Bank of England expects to get the necessary expertise to move forward with the CBDC development in the next phase, with the central bank planning to test a potential digital pound with private sector partners. Who do you think that is? Who's in deep right now that we've read articles on that are working with them on a digital pound? We'll see to what extent they're actually utilized. But who was it? Ripple. Who else has the ear of the Bank of England? Quant. So we have Ripple and Quant are getting a chance to play. They have skin in the game. Like I said, to what degree they're going to be utilized, we don't know. We have to keep our eyes open and ears open for the catalyst, of course. But this is very, very good. And what they're telling you here is, hey, we need them. We're going to test things out with the digital sector. The different things they're going to do with the, not digital sector, my apologies, private sector. They're going to need them for many things. But let's continue on here. It says, quote, but to move to the next stage, which would be to build a working prototype to test in a simulated environment. And then you'd be into testing in a live environment. So simulated environment, obviously, that's a digital sandbox. Who is in deep with the Bank of England that is offering a digital sandbox right now? Ripple. Let's continue on here. It says, and then you'd be testing in a live environment, then implementation. Right? This next phase is designed to put us in a position to do that, unquote. Cunliffe stressed that the design and structure of a potential digital pound would vary greatly depending on the motivation of the CBDC. BOE's basic motivation here would be likely providing digital cash or the digital equivalent of Bank of England notes. Let's stop there. All right, so this sort of goes into the next article we're going to cover. And it proves another point, this next article, that I've been putting forth, is that they don't have interoperability, not like we do, not where they can access all the corridors globally when they're talking about these trillions in cross-border payments, like what we covered in the last two videos. What did they say, 270 trillion? I don't know, some trillions, right? They can't access that just yet, but they want to. They're going to have to use, in my humble opinion, the bank coin companies, the bank coin corridors, XLM, XRP, Algo, Hedera. We've built corridors all around the world for that very reason. They're very smart in their strategy. Let's go to the next article here. This next article is from Ripple.com and it's titled Innovation in Central Bank Digital Currencies. Now, scroll all the way down, right? Scroll all the way down to this section. So there's a section titled CBDC Payment and Interoperability Apps. And it goes as such. Two other specific entities to highlight from the CBDC Innovate Challenge include Spin the Bits and Checksum. Both applications provide a solution to enable CBDCs to work as a functional bridge between other digital currencies. So let's deconstruct that sentence. So If you have to provide a solution for CBDCs to be able to do that, that means CBDCs can't do that. They can't do it. Not right now, they can't, right? So then it also says to enable CBDCs to work as a functional bridge between other currency, other digital assets. So they don't have the interoperability between each other as CBDCs because each CBDC will be designed differently. So they're going to need bridges just for that. They're going, not bridges, but they're going to need a connector. I don't want to say bridges because they can use something like Quant, which is a bridgeless system, right? A bridgeless gateway. But they also don't have interoperability between the legacy system and the new financial system. So then who are they going to have to use? Obviously, XRP, XLM, Algo, Hedera, etc. are prime candidates for that, obviously, right? But that's why these particular offerings, these particular companies like Spin the Bits, and Checksum have a bright future, right? Because they're going to leverage things like XRP or XRPL to act as a bridge for something that doesn't have those things. If the CBDCs had that particular capability, then these companies would not exist. Do you see where I'm going with this? They need the bank coins. As I've been saying for a long time, they're proving my point. They're literally telling the people, although I know a lot of people will still deny it, but it's right here for you to read on your own. Let's continue on here. Hashtag CBDCs hold great potential, right? They could have said have great potential, right? They said hold great potential, which means like there could be great potential there. Could be. CBDCs hold great potential to revolutionize finance with impacts such as financial inclusion, reduced friction, near instant settlement times, interoperability, and integration with enterprise and retail applications. How do they do all of that? They can't do it right now. They don't have the interoperability. We know that. Then we just read an article where they don't even have the expertise. Bank of England just said that in that prior article. So how do they do all of this? How do they exact all of these things? By using the bank coins. That's the only way that they can pull this off, as far as what I can see. Maybe there's some other data somewhere and someone can provide that, but I've been scouring the internet quite often, and as far as I can see, they're going to have to use the bank coins to a large degree. Let's continue on here. They're just exposing themselves, in my humble opinion, but let's continue on. So it says, Spin the Bits is an application that allows retail users to make payments in multiple currencies, including CBDCs, cryptocurrencies, and stablecoins. With Spin the Bits secure, interoperable payments can be made in seconds rather than days. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit. I want to read this other little part here. It says, this is the section titled, Creating New Opportunities in the Digital Asset Ecosystem. The financial ecosystem is ripe for change and innovation, with digital assets presenting a whole new world of transactions. Now, pause right there. When they say that, they're talking about all the trillions that could not be accessed before. A whole new world of transactions. So in order for them to get to that money, they would have to be able to access those previously inaccessible corridors. The only ones who have access to those corridors right now are XLM, XRP, Algo. They have the most corridors, right? Then, of course, the other bank coins follow after them. So now let's move on to another article here. So this one, I want to scroll down here. This one is from volantetech.com. And it goes as such. Instant payments in Latin America. It says, of all the Latin American countries that are adopting real-time payments, Brazil is undoubtedly the leader. The electronic payment platform Pix has an adoption rate of 74% among the adult population of the country. And instant payments accounted for 31% of all electronic payments in 2022. Latin America has taken off, like I said. Colombia follows closely behind with the payment application PSE. In fact, Pix and PSE account for 90% of all instant payment volume in the region. Let me pause there. Listen, there's going to be a lot of good things happening in Latin America. It's just a fact. ACH Colombia recently became the first financial services company in the country to modernize its cloud payments infrastructure, and the second in the region to do so, thanks to its partnership with Volante Technologies, XRPL. more XRPL domination in Latin America. There's going to be a lot of assets issued on the XRPL that will be backed by different things. Who knows? Gold, oil. It doesn't have to be XRP backed outright. It doesn't have to. XRP doesn't need to be backed by anything, truth be told, because of the different things that it's going to do and the potentiality of XRP outright. But it's not about that. Really, it's about what's issued on chain. See, like, bank coins like XLM, XRPL, Stellar, whatever, Algorand. It's about what's issued on the chain. And they make it so easy to issue a variety of assets on the chain. So anyway, I think a lot of commodity value is going to be moving across the XRPL. I do, coming out of Latin America. I think a lot of places in Latin America are going to have a lot of ties to the BRICS nations also. BRICS nations are moving forward at light speed, for issuing a variety of different digital assets that are backed by things and moving value across a variety of different distributed ledger technologies. Hey. So now let's continue on here. It says, thanks to his partnership with Volante Technologies, ACH is transforming its solution into a fully hybrid, multi-cloud operation, fully digital, future ready, and real time 24/7. And we just read a document where a lot of the banks are having problems with the new systems because they want systems that run 24/7, 365. But they just don't have it as of yet. And some of the newer systems are still going to have those limitations. Like, what was it? FedNow we were reading about, 6 a.m. in the morning. This when you can start pre-funding accounts. You still have to pre-fund accounts. Then 6 p.m. everything closes down. So they've been looking for a way to remedy that, right? And here you have it. Volante Technologies bringing the solution to them. XRPL bringing the solution to them, right? So now let's move on to another article here. Now, this is from Algo Guild.io. And it goes as such. This week was finally time for us to reveal something that has been in the works for a few months now. We announced our acquisition of Algo Who's NFT marketplace, which will eventually be integrated into our upcoming gaming platform, Cool Down. Alchemon, a community favorite monster collecting and trading card game, provided the community with a small update on their next big milestone, mobile. The update walks through some of the issues that they have run into while developing for mobile, as well as some of their achievements and positives thus far. Algo Who's, the idle pirate NFT staking game, reached a truly incredible milestone this week, a total of 20,000 pirate NFTs being minted since their game launched on mainnet. To celebrate, the team is holding a giveaway for an all 90 stat pirate. So Algo Gaming is moving forward. That's what I take from this. This is good. I want to see all of the different developments moving forward. The team over at Fractal Monsters, the monster taming game, which is now available on mainnet, have continued dropping teasers of the upcoming spell mechanic in the game, which we are really excited for. The below video shows Divine Power Spell. Okay, so all of these games are moving forward. They're actually looking pretty good for like basic games. It look like those games you just get in like the Google App Store or iPhone App Store, whatever that's called, Apple App Store, whatever it's called. So they're looking good. They're moving forward. This is going to bring more good value to Algorand, and I'm happy to see this. So now let's move forward here. So another piece of Algorand related news. Folks feed Oracle goes live on Algorand mainnet. Let's scroll down here. It says the first free to use Oracle on Algorand is active and open for use. Built by Folks Finance and supported by the Algorand Foundation Super Grant. Folks Feed Oracle will amplify the growth and development for the entire Algorand ecosystem with its transparent, efficient, and accessible data feeds. Folks Feed Oracle is a data feed that provides price information for Algo, USDC, USDT, Bitcoin, ETH, Planets, and Opal. It is completely free to use thanks to the super grant from the Algorand Foundation provided to Folks Finance. There you go. So Algorand is making way for a lot of big things to happen. One of the reasons why Algorand is going to be one of the biggest winners in the future, in my humble opinion. They make a lot of great strategic movements. Let's move on here. So now, this was huge in my humble opinion because I'm familiar with Unity, Unreal Engine, like these very, very powerful gaming engines, right? So I was very excited to hear this. It says Algorand SDK now available as a verified solution on Unity Asset Store. This is huge. Today, Unity introduced its new decentralization category page in the Unity Asset Store, listing Algorand as one of its vetted solutions to support developers interested in technology that enables decentralization in gaming. The new Unity Asset Store category will help these developers find solutions to manage digital assets, set up smart contracts, and build on blockchain networks like Algorand. The Algorand SDK equips developers with tools to easily integrate digital assets and primitives into their games while leveraging a secure and highly efficient network. Algorand's inability to fork ensures that in-game assets remain unique, while its unmatched speed and scalability, instant finality, and low transaction fees make it a natural choice for game developers. So this is very, very good in my humble opinion. So now moving on here, all right? A little bit of Stellar related news. So this is from Velo Labs, Velo Official. It says coming soon, Velo Universe at launch. Hashtag self-custodian funds and perpetuals trading. EVM compatible Nova Chain also supports BSC. 3 new tokens, USDV, our collateralized stablecoin, USDG, a paper trading token, and Nova, a free gas token. All right, so, and you know what? You know why it's so easy for them to come out with all of these things? Because it's built on Stellar. It runs on Stellar. Everything that they're doing is on Stellar. It just shows, it's proof of the easeability of issuance on Stellar, in my humble opinion. And banks are taking a look at that. Other non-banking financial institutions are taking a look at that, and they're saying, well, okay, we can do that also. I think it's one of the reasons why Stellar is going to be used by a massive amount of different businesses, especially once we get regulatory clarity. But this is very good. It's going to bring good volume, I hope, and good value also, I hope, to the Stellar blockchain if Velo continues to steam forward and do a good job. So now let's move to this next tweet here. So another little tweet from Velo, right? It was in response of CZ from Binance. He tweeted out something, I suppose. And it says, send $200. A friend of mine told me, send $200 to his family via fiat. It costs $30. Send $200 to his family via crypto. It costs 0.01 cents. And Velo responded to that, says the future of borderless payments. Velo aims to provide a complete ecosystem to enable limitless, frictionless, borderless, trustless, and a cost-effective means to transfer assets in any form around the world in near real time. I like this from Velo, getting out there, making their presence felt, you know, subtweeting this from Binance, letting the world know, hey, listen, we have this offering here. Now, like I said, my interest in this is just that they're built on Stellar. They're going to bring some volume to Stellar. Every wallet and everything that's built on Stellar must hold a modicum of lumens. If there's good volume, it could trigger some surge pricing in there. That's my interest in that. That's it. To another article. So this is an article from beincrypto.com, and it's titled, Digital Pound Could Help Protect Consumers If Banks Fail. Wait a minute, I thought everyone told me banks can't fail. But then we read an article about 2-3 weeks ago where the article literally is telling you, it was from some person in the banking industry, and they were saying that Bank of England, banks in England, or was it the United Kingdom? Maybe it was United Kingdom outright, maybe, that they weren't too big to fail. Do you remember that? I'm trying to paraphrase off the top of my head. I'm a little tired. My apologies. But I think you all remember that article. A lot of you probably screenshotted that anyway and downloaded it, probably, right? But anyway, so now we have this here. If banks fail, very interesting. Let's read this little tidbit here. It says, John Cunliffe, the Deputy Governor of UK Central Bank, was addressing the Parliament's Treasury Committee and highlighted how a central bank digital currency could have its uses in a bank run. A bank run is when customers, well, we know what a bank run is. Let's scroll down here. According to Bloomberg, the Deputy Governor considers the CBDC gives consumers a, quote, safe place to store value in an era of instantaneous bank runs. All right. I don't know why he's saying that, because no, it wouldn't. CBDCs would definitely be subject to bank runs. Well, let's read this. Maybe he provides an answer. Cunliffe admits that the digital pound could intensify a bank run. Wait, what? Didn't he just say the opposite before? Like maybe I'm just that tired. I don't know. But it sounded like he said the opposite before. Cunliffe admits that the digital pound could intensify a bank run as customers could swiftly withdraw their money from a bank. Yeah, of course. But customers would win in the end by getting custody of their funds. Okay, I see where he's going with this. Okay, I get it. So he's acknowledging the negatives and the positives. I can respect that. He says, quote, actually, a CBDC has financial stability benefits because it provides another payment system in terms of resilience. But it also means that if we ever have to deal with failed banks again, there is another asset that people can go into. They're not going to trust a bank like a bank's CBDC if the banks go down. Why would anybody? No, they're going to go into crypto outright, bank coins outright. Historically, governments had to bail out banks on a number of occasions. Cunliffe gave an example, UK government bailing out Northern Rock and Royal Bank of Scotland because 60% of people's money was stuck in these banks. My goodness. And here's the thing. Also, keep in mind, they're not going to be bailing anybody out anymore. But what he's omitting to say is that most banks have bail-in clauses now. They're going to take the people's money now. See, you find it interesting. They never speak on that, even though they're the ones who came up with all this. None of these banks, right? And there's already been a precedent set. It's already happened before. They will snatch that money. So anyway, yeah, bail-ins are something to watch for. And no, I don't think the people will trust a CBDC in the event of a bank run. No, I don't. This is why they said, we read in a video recently that there's a large percentage of people that are interested in crypto, which is interesting because all of last year, all the mainstream media was saying is that people hate crypto. They don't want to know. They don't want to use crypto. They want crypto banned. And then they come out with this poll from some university. We read that in a recent video, that most people are interested in learning about crypto. There's a reason for that, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So let's move on here to another article. So then we have a little bit of Hedera news. This is from GameReactor.eu, but it was tweeted out by Hedera. And it says this: Cosmium switches from Solana to Hedera to improve its performance and fun-to-play system. Well, Hedera is superior to everything. Like it's Hashgraph. Hashgraph is superior to all of blockchain, so that makes sense in my opinion. The decentralized public network is a greener option and allows you to enjoy the performance of a AAA with P2E functions and use of NFT. And it says here, major changes in the model of Cosmium, the Spanish development that combines RTS, MOBA, and RPG genres with NFT and play to earn. Although it was originally being developed to operate from Solana's blockchain, it has now decided to migrate its systems to Hedera Hashgraph, which instead of operating as a blockchain operates as a public ledger in which all operations can be recorded simultaneously and which operates without requiring permissions. Well, yeah, just go ahead and state that HBAR is DLT, but it's not blockchain. You got to put that out there. This system streamlines processes and encourages exploration of the concept that its creators at Mind If Technology call fun to play. According to its official website, it has a negative carbon commitment that makes it greener. Yeah, we know that about Hedera. Hedera is carbon negative. And there's another one that's carbon negative. I can't remember who it was. But all the bank coins are doing well in that respect. Cosmium now faces a new phase in its development and also confirms that there will be an open beta of the game. Okay, so that's not what's important to me. What's important is that we're having a lot of good activity on Hedera, not just with the banks, but Hedera has been stretching out, sort of like Algorand. I always felt like they were following in Algorand's footsteps, as Algorand has really blazed a trail for all bank coins to be more balanced. You know, you have bank coins that are doing great in like singular sectors like banks, banks, retail, things like that. But Algorand is great in all the different sectors. And I think Hedera is following in their footsteps. And everything's looking good right now. I'm very happy with what they're doing. So now let's move on, and we're going to close out with this article here. All right. So this article is from cryptonomist.ch, cryptonomist.ch, and it's titled Dubai Paradise. Dubai, a crypto paradise. Sorry about that. They switched it around in the URL. I'm reading the title from the URL. And it goes as such. Dubai has always had a zero taxation and legislation framework that would allow the proliferation of crypto, initially for finance and now also for crypto. Dubai has organized itself. Is that so, Dubai? I didn't know that. Oh, with crypto. Oh, you're very nice to crypto. I'll keep that in mind, Dubai. Dubai has organized itself with very low taxation, almost non-existent bureaucracy, and speed of operations. Now there are those who want it to do more. A new free zone for crypto in Dubai. It's time for free zones in the United Arab Emirates. Or rather, it always has been, but new ones are being added. Free zones for transactions are areas where each entrepreneur does not have a hidden minority partner, but is 100% the owner. In addition to total ownership of the business conducted, entrepreneurs enjoy even more streamlined tax regimes and ad hoc laws for their activities. One of the 7 Emirates, Ras Al Khaimah, is about to launch a new free zone for the crypto world. The launch ready free zone improves the already excellent position taken by the UAE toward players who want to invest in the crypto asset. Listen, I think a lot of people are going to be going to Dubai. Yeah, I think so. There's already a scramble for entrepreneurs to find somewhere that's just better than the West. The West is very harsh right now in many regards. To join the free zone, it will be necessary to apply starting in April this year. There you go. As reported in a note in the official document, the free zone has been established ad hoc for all lovers of crypto, but also of the metaverse, blockchain, and AI. Listen, the United Arab Emirates, the MENA region, they've been dominating as of late. I mean, just doing a tremendously good job. They have a clear vision of the future, right? I mean, my word. I mean, just so many different regions are just leaving the United States and Europe behind, you know. It's unbelievable. The tax relief will cover utility tokens, wallets, NFTs, DAOs, dApps, and activities in Web3, among others. Tell me they're not going to attract a lot of people. Of course they are. Sheikh Mohammed bin Hamad Abdullah Al Qasimi, who chairs the Rock International Corporate Center, said, quote, "We are building the free zone of the future for the companies of the future." They're doing what United States and Europe are not doing. We're welcoming everybody with open arms. And they have a proven track record of doing great business. They're going to win. They're going to win. As the world's first free zone exclusively dedicated to digital and virtual asset companies, we look forward to supporting the ambitions of entrepreneurs around the world. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of different areas trying to compete to be the new crypto hub, but they can't do it the way that Dubai is doing it. And they don't have the track record that Dubai has, or rather just the United Arab Emirates overall. They don't have it. They know how to win. They know how to do business. They know how to close deals, right? It says free zones in the United Arab Emirates already existed. And in these zones aimed at free trade, each person owns 100% of the business conducted. Criminal law in free zones is the same as in all UAE, but with modifications depending on the zone. Irina Heaver, attorney for crypto practices in the UAE, said, quote, "Rock DAO will start with non-financial activities first, then may introduce financial activities at a later stage. Entrepreneurs will not yet be able to launch a cryptocurrency exchange, which is a financial activity regulated by the ESCA," unquote. All right, so there's a lot going on here. Once again, this is a massive article. If you'd like to read it, it's from en.cryptonomist.ch. Go show them some love, give them some traffic over there. I appreciate every single one of you. We'll come back tomorrow. Hopefully I have a little bit more energy. I'm a little bit tired today. I appreciate every single one of you being here. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're dominating the week. All right. I hope you're healthy. All right. So thank you so much for being here. So Now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.